The marriage of Beyonce and Jay-Z has all the earmarks of being in for another tempest, and you will have a hard time believing who has recently spoken forward to uncover the horrible data about this power couple in the wake of seeing her sister's enduring Solange Knowles. At last tended to the poisonous idea of Beyonce's marriage she likewise seems, by all accounts, to be doing it for her sister, who is by all accounts unaware of the multitude of caution signs in her own marriage. Solange Knowles hate Jay-Z. And I'm not alluding to his music. Jay and Solange have been at chances since that scandalous lift occurrence, despite the fact that she guaranteed she had never expected to become taken part in her sister's marriage issues. She presently accepts she turned out to be too caught, and that the time has come to come clean with the world. Solange, anyway, isn't satisfied with the elements in Ba and Jay's family. She accepts that it is currently important to safeguard her sister from her significant other's damaging impact, and maybe with the backing of the entire public, to save Sovereign Ba from his craftiness grass. For a really long time there have been reports about Beyonce and Jay-Z getting hitched, and in spite of the bits of gossip, some of which are all silly, the pair has since a long time ago quit offering any remarks when they were lovebirds in 2008. Sovereign B pursued the choice to keep her own life hidden, and the choice was shared by the two players. Everything is chosen by us. I will remain by what I get out. Whatever Jay and I share is genuine. It's not tied in with getting the legitimate photograph operation or getting a meeting. It's genuine. Solange, anyway, feels that one of the expected clarifications for Beyonce's hesitance to discuss her own existence with columnists is the marriage's poisonous nature. They just don't have any desire to be open about the obscure parts of her relationship with Jay-Z, including his unfaithfulness, which the music versatile sort of affirmed in his meeting with the New York Times. Despite the fact that 2 or 3 has been hitched for a very long time, there have been tales that Jay-Z has had different paramours. These reports picked up speed when a lady by the name of Olivia McFarlane, otherwise called Yes Livicon, approached and transparently conceded that the music magnate had been attempting to get her number. So Olivia McFarlane was a rapper, which is dreadful for Jay-Z. She then spoke with Beyonce in the most showbiz-like way conceivable by delivering the music video for her tune Sorry Mrs. Carter, and basically telling the wife everything, in spite of the fact that Olivia said in the tune that she and Jay never shared a bed. The rapper made an idea that this would have occurred in the event that Olivia hadn't had areas of strength for such, and in the event that Jay-Z hadn't been so profoundly enamored with her. The music tycoon sent his protectors to gather her number, as the rapper guaranteed, so he could call her straightforwardly. I'm sorry, miss. Kindly help me out and enter your number on this piece of paper. He sent his gatekeepers to me. When Jay settles down, he'll call you anyway. As Liv consequently conceded. Solange, who Olivia asserted was excessively meddling, extremely possessive of her sister, and basically ready to fight each woman, stop the possible issue among her and Jay-Z. Liv wouldn't begin an undertaking with Jay subsequent to understanding that Solange was genuinely threatening to any woman who was abandoned with him, and pursued the choice to avoid this dramatization. Olivia even uncovered in her meeting that Solange heard her conversing with Jay, and that this is the point at which she understood that Beyonce had a heavenly messenger as her sister, who has been with Jay-Z starting from the start and has prevented him from incurring any more mischief for B with his unfairness and treachery, on the grounds that Beyonce was at that point an enormous VIP and Liv was a maturing craftsman. She didn't need her name related with such an obscure episode. Beyonce was at that point a colossal star, and Liv never needed that sort of consideration. So apparently Solange will probably watch Jay-Z and uncover his propensity to disloyalty. Yet sadly, Beyonce never focused on her sister and gullibly thought her marriage was steady. Solange will fight for her sister's satisfaction and inner serenity with everybody, since she truly cherishes her. Olivia recollects that Solange's resolved demeanor told her beginning and end, as she expressed Solange showed up all of a sudden the day Jay-Z and I traded numbers at Nobu, Miami. I quickly eased off since I accepted I was about on a mission to be pulsated. She has been looking after her sister's property, starting from the start. So I don't for even a moment need to address her. Solange is a malicious power. Solange chose to uncover her brother by marriage's way of behaving to the whole business, on the grounds that Beyonce was not focusing on the normal contentions, and maybe this would make Sovereign Honeybee eliminate her rose-shaded glasses and understand this person for what he genuinely is. Beyonce has an exceptionally wound view of her marriage, as per large numbers of her devotees. Viance would rather not feel that her marriage is a calamity, like her folks' marriage, as per a client's remark. She is in all probability being deceived similarly that her dad deluded her mom. Another client said, it's been composed above and beyond face of late. She is in such hopelessness on the off chance that others can see narrows enduring. I'm interested concerning the way that Solange is feeling subsequent to seeing this for over 10 years. She imagines that Jay-Z might try and be ruling his significant other in this horrendous marriage. Clearly, there are a ton of caution signs in this relationship. And assuming Solange endeavors to persuade her sister that there isn't any adoration included, it's presumably only some kind of agreement where everybody benefits monetarily and broadly while being totally miserable. The most awful piece of this is that Beyonce has all the earmarks of being trying to claim ignorance and gives off an impression of being hesitant to concede anything. It's a good idea that Solange thinks her sister needs a rude awakening, which is the reason she ventured forward and uncovered the particulars of this horrendous association, despite the fact that Beyonce and Jay's act as an illustration to numerous as artists and a couple. Clearly, Sovereign B is the person who is truly experiencing in this marriage. She recently recognized that the talk of her significant other's disloyalty had sent her on a close-to-home exciting ride that had taken her from paradise to surrender. Anyway, Sovereign B likes to move away from her sister, as opposed to conceding that her marriage is encountering issues. The RB craftsman generally decides to favor her companion, so it appears to be impossible that she even acknowledges the number of careless activities her sister that had halted. Beyonce gives off an impression of being completely mindful of all her better half's jokes, yet she picks is to shut her eyes out of appreciation for all that she has achieved with him. It's tragic to observe such useless family connections, particularly considering the way that Beyonce continues to push her sister increasingly far away and has even quit perceiving her life partner, appeared to thank everybody in that discourse she provided for acknowledge her Grammy grant from God to her late Uncle Johnny, yet she excluded one pivotal individual. She went on by offering her affection and thanks for her companion and children. The Sovereign Honeybee finished up her location by offering her affection and thanks for various people prior to lauding the strange local area for making the class and for their help. Solange is as yet not referenced, given that Solange has basically filled in as her sister's guardian and defender for a long time. This might seem surprising to many individuals anyway. Apparently, Ba is reluctant to pay attention to her cousin and embrace the horrible situation of her marriage, especially with regards to scrutinizing Jay-Z. There is a few delight in gaining from your own mix-ups. And Beyonce once conceded that she doesn't need anybody disrupting her life. Apparently, she needs to commit her own errors to develop. Many individuals believe that Solange and the Knowles sisters' connections are enduring a result of the pessimistic things Jay-Z imparted in his better half's psyche. She went with the choice to stand in opposition to her brother by marriage and even uncover the hoax and harmful marriage. Thus many accept that Beyonce needs to quit venerating her duping spouse and begin paying attention to the voice of reason. She ought to have paid attention to her sister, who prompted her not to leave her significant other, but rather to keep her sister as close as conceivable. since any other way she couldn't ever have known when he was truly violating her, as per one analyst one more client told Ba, isn't on meds. And she isn't taken care of. She is going about as a gave and loyal wife. Would it be advisable for one individual who is committing an error is Jay's who knows about the amount she adores him and their kids, and could never maintain that they should be a section since Sovereign Honeybee decides to stay oblivious to the conspicuous? It could require greater investment and work to convince her to move her point of view on her own marriage, and Solange's openness is the main thing that can uncover this association's disastrous side. What do you think then? At that point, is Solange approved to examine her sister's marriage? Will Beyonce ultimately comprehend her significant other's veritable person? Remember to like and share. Additionally, buy in our feed for additional recordings. Gratitude for watching our video.